We're here to talk about the Note 10. I'm just going to throw this out there. A freaking cell phone, and we spent at least 5 minutes on Jason Momoa and his hot bod, his hot dad bod.
You have now joined the Income Podcast Show. Let me introduce our hosts, Laura and Xavier.
Hello, everyone. This is Laura here.
And this is Xavier.
Maybe we should switch up this part, too.
I know. We're doing some changes. I put the intro.
Season 2.
Season 2. And happy to be back. Oh, my goodness. It's been, it feels like time has did a weird thing. We were just talking about it, where it feels like December time went really slow and the rest of the year just this went through extremely fast.
I don't know. I mean, I was so busy during the summer that it went by fast. But it also went by really slow. So
yeah.
It was kind of
we did do a lot. We spent a lot of time with your family.
Yeah.
We had a birthday in the middle of it. We went to Comic-Con when
yes, we did do that.
We did the Sally and Jack.
Yep.
And
why'd you point towards yourself when you said Sally and me when
why'd you have
Jack?
to gesture that way? My fingers just move, know, and they didn't need to know.
It was kind of funny.
This is an audible experience for them. They have no idea.
Okay, I was not going to let that one go. Anyhow, I was Sally and he was Jack.
I would have made a good Sally too. Let's.
Hey! Stop trying to talk with your mouth full.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming back to this show. We are definitely a different type of podcast.
He was vaping.
You know what? Stop
you were
it.
the one who left it there. You could have explained yourself.
Oh my goodness. And anywho, let me go ahead and get my return back.
By the way, hi Mom, if you're listening to this one, she listened to some of ours, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we gotta watch what we say. That's what we gotta do.
No, it's fine.
Also, congratulations over
my mom is an adult. She's okay.
Over to last year, when we were just starting this podcast. And what we need to do before getting some stuff up, promotional stuff up, we gotta take new pictures of you because someone has taken a huge transformation, and that is Laura. She has been doing. Let's go throw them out there. It's what WW.
Yeah,
that's
what they
are.
call themselves now. They're trying to promote themselves more cool and hip, I guess, but it's Weight Watchers.
Exactly, Weight Watchers. Bad idea in the name, but it's definitely been working, and we definitely get some more photos out coming out soon. Meanwhile, I have gone backwards. It doesn't really matter. I'm a guy. Guys just look like guys at the end of the day. So
you got the dad bod going.
I got the dad bod going,
and not solid. Jason Momoa's dad bod.
Thank you. You feel all these roasts over here? This happening here?
I'm just saying.
I did all this work to get this podcast up and running. Got a new computer.
I tried to be real. It's who I am.
Real.
I still think you're sexy.
Yeah, really. Okay, let's get into the topic. What we was gonna discuss.
I'm just saying, Jason Momoa's dad bod thing. That was crazy.
Okay, we'll cover this real quick. So, over the summer, there was this thing about Jason Momoa. He put out a picture.
Yeah, he let himself go so bad.
He being
sarcastic.
He just didn't have abs.
Oh, really?
Shut up, phone. I'm not talking to you. Okay. So Jason Momoa, he showed off a picture of his body and he lacked abs. That's the only problem I guess people would have there. It's because he can have some rippling six-pack abs. But then again, there's a lot of big dudes without abs that can knock you out. Jason Momoa is one of them.
Yeah, I mean, when he's obviously going for Aquaman or whatever, obviously he's hitting the gym hard and watching what he eats and stuff like that.
For the money they're paying me, I would do the same.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, anybody really would, but the thing is, it's hard to maintain something like that. And especially if you're taking some time off and, he needed some time off with the family and all that. He didn't let himself go that far. He really didn't. It was fine.
Strong defender. Well, my wife is just defending this other man.
I like Jason Momoa. I remember watching him. Game of Thrones was really my first introduction to him. What? Hey.
Okay.
Come on.
Jason
you have,
Momoa
Harley
is sexy.
Quinn and anime posters of girls with their like boobs hanging out everywhere, and
Oh, you feel so threatened by. Are we doing?
do you
Are we
feel
doing?
threatened by Jason Momoa?
Probably. If Jason Momoa is coming in, I guess I'm losing something here.
He's happily married, and I'm happily married, so we're
that's
good.
what's stopping you.
Yeah.
You know, we're spending at least 5 minutes not even talking about the damn topic. This is your fault, by the way. We're here to talk about the Note 10. I'm just going to throw this out there. A freaking cell phone, and we spent at least 5 minutes on Jason Momoa and his hot bod, his hot dad bod.
No, we spent.
And I'm sitting here
spent 5
tolerating
minutes.
as she's just gawking over this body.
We spent 5 minutes being a couple. This is the A Couple podcast.
Exactly.
You're listening to a couple talk about stuff. So there we go. Welcome to the show.
All right. Well, okay. So let's get into the actual topic. And the topic is what?
The Note 10.
I'm sure it wasn't Jason Momoa's Note 10.
I don't think he has one.
I didn't know you took that close of a...
I don't know. What is a Note 10?
What is on your Twitter? What's just going on?
I don't. Well, a lot of them like to promote certain things, but he doesn't really do that so much.
So we have the Note 9. And
Yes.
the Note 9 has been... I like the Note 9. I left the Apple, and I think we had a podcast about that a while ago. Apple is a product. People really like their product. While having an Apple, felt like I was not getting all of what I wanted.
Well, you had an Android for a long time.
Actually, I started off a Windows phone. That was actually the first smartphone I went towards.
And then you had Androids.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow, and then you got an Apple because one of your workplaces, they gave you one for free, and it was like, well,
Exactly.
and then you just kind of had one for a while. But when you went to another job place, and and we made that switch then from you for the Apple to the Note 9.
Exactly.
And we got me a Note 9 as well, which I upgraded from a Note 4.
Exactly. So that was a big
I made
upgrade.
a big jump.
We both made big changes. Well, I think we both made big changes. You said there were some couple new things. Bixby was now a role.
Oh, no.
It
It was a thing with Note 4, too.
Really?
Oh, yeah. No, I hated her.
Oh, my goodness.
Because I remember I've hated Bixby for a while.
Okay, so Note 10 commercials come out. Your initial reaction was a big whopping hell yes.
No.
You want this in your life.
No.
You want the Note. In fact, you want the Note 10 Plus.
No.
Why?
Well, at first I was like, oh, man, they did the whole headphone jack gone thing. Like, it's annoying, but I could deal with it. I know how to do the whole Bluetooth thing and, and whatnot and pairing devices. but then they told us that they got rid of the freaking power button, and instead it is now a Bixby button. And it's like, how many times am I going to freaking press the power button, what used to be the power button, to turn my phone off or whatever? And then Bixby's going to talk to me, and it's going to be a whole bunch. I push my power button a lot when I want to, I want to cancel a phone. I want to silence it or something. It's not even just to turn it off.
Yeah, most people
I
who are
don't
probably
want
listening
Bixby
in,
talking to me.
most people probably listening who do not have a Note 10 probably have some sort of power button.
Yeah.
On your device.
I think most things have a power button on it.
Imagine if you took the power button off and it made it an in-software menu, which that's what they've done.
Yeah. You have to pull down this whole menu thing, which is annoying to get to anyhow, because there's a lot of other things that we get to.
Your notifications, your Facebook, your
it's pretty
dim
much
light, flashlight, everything.
Like you go to settings. It's not quite the settings button, but it's almost like that, where you have to go to settings to then turn it off. And that's annoying. And I am not getting a Note 10. And when my Note 9 breaks on me and I have to go get a new phone, I'm not getting a Note.
On the same subject, I had to say this. This is weird because I would never say like many good things on Apple, but I really liked. Well, they don't have it anymore now. I think about it, so I guess it's still a subtle burn on them too. They had a toggle for to mute your phone to make it silent, so you in a movie theater. And we went to a movie theater, and the phone rang.
Yeah.
Now I'm using the 9, not the 10. And I remember I had such a hard time trying to turn it off. I forgot. Yeah, just the one time I thought I had it muted.
It was a new phone.
Exactly. It was brand spanking new. I think we got it like within that week.
Yeah.
And then we saw the movie. And I'm trying to, shirt it off or whatever.
Well, I think you would put it on vibrate or something, but it was still loud and the light was lighting up. Because I don't remember it ringing fully. We were kind of like trying
to. It was ringing. There was a tune. Yep, there was definitely a sound coming from it.
I don't remember.
And I was trying to smother it with my jacket, put it under the seat and whatever. But those speakers on it, man, they are really good speakers. So, and then there's people, shh, like, and then I'm thinking about, I can't do anything. I felt it. It's like in your back of your head, like when
you could have just gotten up and, walked out.
Oh, yeah, that would totally be subtle. I'd rather just sit on my phone and try to smother the sound. Thank you so much.
Either way, he's now learned how to mute it. And I constantly am asking him every time we're somewhere.
Well, it's because you're paranoid.
I know. I'm an anxious person.
Yes, like every 5 minutes. I'm not sure if we've explained like this, like the driving. Now, I've been driving for a while before I met you with a super manual car.
Well, I know that car was horrible.
Yes. So like I definitely know how to drive, but like every now and then if I make a left turn and it's just a left turn, a standard left turn, you're grabbing me on the side like you're about like your arms crossed over, bracing, like, oh my God, are we gonna make this left turn? Oh my God. It's like, what is going on? I'm just making a left turn.
Yeah, see, it's why I drive.
God forbid if I make a right. But yeah. So it's just that's our anxious nature. But okay, going back into the phone here. Okay, so the power button. Okay, that's a bummer. Is that it? Is that just the power button? I mean, like,
yeah, that's a big one for me because it's not just the power button; it's a Bixby button, and I hate Bixby.
Okay, but this phone has.
I hate Bixby more than I hate Cortana, and I don't like Cortana much either.
Well, if you just saw the ad, they have this extremely good battery that will last you all day. I mean, how can you pass that up? Does your phone, the Note 9, last all day?
Yeah. I'm very good at charging my phone and making sure it's okay. And, I mean, I don't, honestly, like when I got the Note 4, I got it because I needed a phone that I could do my business on, and I needed something while I was out and about because I was out and about a lot. But honestly, I'm not out and about a lot anymore. And when I need to do business, I bring my, I bring my laptop with me and I do it on there. It's much easier to do it on my laptop now than it is to do it on my phone. Because screen size, makes a big difference.
Yeah. Size does matter.
And having a keyboard, being able to type, because I do a lot of typing and things like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm at that point where I don't need the Note for, anything business related. So therefore, if I just need a phone, why do I need to bring this whopping huge thing and that doesn't fit into my pockets? And women's pockets are small. It does not fit in my pocket.
Okay, well, let me just add this in there too. Okay, there's that. But then again, there's knowing you have a new device, a brand spanking new device at that. And have you seen what's wrong with you? Okay, have you seen the design of the Note 10?
When I find something I like, I stick with it. That's why I'm still married to you.
Oh, that's why she's still married.
Because I love you.
Like, well, once he spoils. Okay, anyway, so the design of the Note 10 has that rainbowy kind of like, very we call it prismatic design.
Oh God, no. I don't care about that kind of crap.
Well, why not? They come in two other colors too. So I mean, compared to your phone,
if you want something that's pretty, just put a different phone case on it. I mean, like, I don't get the whole. Most of us put phone cases on it because we don't want to drop this $1,000 thing and it break and shatter into pieces. So you don't see the color.
So what color is my phone?
Yeah, exactly. It's brown.
I'm a wallet person. In fact, I'm such a wallet person that I put I have a phone wallet, and I put little sticker. Then there's like little sticker wallets, and I'm thinking about putting a third one, just so I can have like one front and back. So no, some of the sensors and stuff like that they promote, like you can use the NFC sensor or something like that. I just don't use that as an option. We did pick ourselves up some wireless chargers. But we found one problem with it because we like having our pockets rolled into one. We'd have to take off our case every time we need to charge our devices. So,
which, I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I take it off because, like, it's so funny when I grab my phone without the case on it and stuff. I'll be like,
yeah, it feels like you don't have
like,
the phone.
I know, exactly. I'll be like, what is the strange skinny thing in my hand?
Okay,
Smooth.
rolling on. Okay, now, on your phone, now you have the Note, and
You have the Note 9. We both have Note 9s.
both have Note 9s. But okay, now with your Note 9, you have the feature of the pin and all the things you can do there.
Yeah.
Now they've added some more functionality, or at least they stated that, to the Note 10. What do you think about that? Does that curve you, or did it I wish I had that on my phone? These new things are showing.
Nope. I mean, pretty much all I use my pen for is when I want to take a screenshot of my phone and, and then, do the text on there or crop the picture or send it, share it, whatever. That is pretty much.
Okay, now if you look
I
at the
use it
commercial,
for.
they did a really good job of showing how you could.
Honestly, I don't know how to take a screenshot of my
There's usually
camera
like
without doing the stylus.
Well, for some of them, there's like something you do inside the phone. There's like a
I
key
pop the
combination.
stylus out of there, and the option pops up. It's the only way I know how to take a screenshot.
It is the easiest way of all phones. I mean, you just pop the pin out and it says you want it. Got it.
Yes,
done.
that's what I want to do too.
So it already has the functionality you need there, and on the commercial, it's showing like this lady giving a PowerPoint presentation with the phone.
Yeah, where it's not like touching it and stuff.
Which I would just feel like that's weird and awkward. I mean,
yeah, that is kind of weird.
I mean, there's probably some convenience.
Be like, where's it?
yeah, but there's some convenience there. But okay, I just don't see how that would work.
I could see doing something like that if you had like this huge screen PowerPoint presentation and you could just kind of,
But you give it a presentation. A presentation is
your
given.
Phone a little itty bit. You're not gonna.
Oh no, I'm with you on this one. I'm saying that it's a presentation. You give it to a group of people, not just one person. It's.
I mean, the thing is, like, it might be good for some people.
Results from a search.
Come on now.
He keeps talking to you. So I think there are certain people okay, as a self-employed with small business thing or whatever. Anyhow, there are times where you meet in like Panera Bread or coffee shops or whatever.
Oh yeah, like when I met the client about the website.
And you still do a PowerPoint slide or a presentation in there, but obviously you do not have the big screen. You have your little phone or a laptop or whatever. So I can see it for those reasons. So for people who have promoting it to people with side gigs or small businesses or whatever. But yeah, for the most part, they were showing a lady in a big conference room with one person in front of her on the phone. No, that's a bunch of bull. No.
Exactly.
They should have shown them in a coffee shop setting or something like that.
Here's what I felt like when I saw that scene. Now we're getting into the business stuff thing, and I think a lot of people can relate. Now imagine you're vying for this company's attention. You are using your Note 10 flashy looking phone with nice background, prismatic design. And what you're going to do is show them on your phone. Now you leave. The next competition comes in because they have a scheduled meeting right behind you. They bring out the projector. They bring out the laptop. They pull out what they need to do. Even if they're not that good with speaking, who looks like they have their stuff together? The person on their cell phone, or the person who put up their very basic traditional. And I'm not for traditional, but I'm just saying the format just doesn't seem like it would be that appealing. It just seemed like one person wasn't fully set up.
In the video, in the marketing for it, they put them in a traditional setting. So it makes sense that you would think traditional for that setting. Whereas I'm saying it would have made more sense if they had put these people in
Well, I did have a deal with
a different kind of setting.
With we're working on someone's website. I don't think it's going to happen, but pretty much we met at a coffee shop. I brought my laptop, showed a little bit of what I can do and how I could help them. Really quick, show them on the mouse around, whatever. It didn't really feel like it was a clumsy way to do it. I do feel if I did it on the phone, that would have been clumsy. So I don't know. Maybe there's something that can happen from that. Moving on, let's talk about the one part I don't think is a strong negative for you, and that's the audio jack, because you're not constantly listening to music.
No, yeah, it's not a big thing for me. And if I do, it's usually like I transfer it over to my car. Like I've gotten into listening to audiobooks while I'm waiting to pick up our daughter. And so like it'll just play through my car stereo through Bluetooth. And, there we go. I'm not a headphones person. I really avoid headphones for the most part. I recently got some headphones.
I wasn't persuading at all.
You didn't have to do any persuading. No. I like them. It's just they eventually they start hurting my head. I don't like the way they squish, and I don't I definitely hate the ones that go in my ear. Like, ugh.
Okay, well, what about the ones that there's a pair that you like? It's not headphones.
The sunglasses?
Yes.
Yeah, I think those things are pretty cool, but I can't wear them in the house.
yeah, but still, they do look pretty cool. Basically, they're like
Plus,
these
I'm not
Bose sunglasses.
I'm not willing to spend $200 on them right now. So if they drop them down, by February of 2020 to like maybe $100, and I'll buy them.
Her anxiety level on budgeting is at a critical high. And she, the good thing is, you don't have to worry about, her spoiling or oh no, she's going to the mall. There goes all my money. I have to worry about that. It just, it's at the point of just like, come on, just buy something for yourself,
I have, especially since I've been losing weight and stuff. I've been doing that more.
Mm-hmm. But the nice thing is it does feel like, like it's actually like, oh, good, she's buying things for herself. Where a lot of times you hear the story of, I have no money left because she's buying things for herself. So that's a positive. So, okay, we knocked on the headphones, the earbuds. Trying to think what else there is. Let's talk about the 5G. Now, 5G, as some people may know, some people who are into tech know that 5G is utterly amazing. You get really fast speeds, and it's on your phone. I guess maybe I could talk more on this one. I don't need it on my phone. Just the fact of, if you haven't seen, there's Marcus Brownlee. He has a video on YouTube where Marquise. He stands next to a receiver, literally next to a receiver. He's eye shot into it, turns on his 5G, does a speed test, and he's blowing past 1,000 megs. It is utterly insane.
What are you running on your phone that you need that?
Exactly. The first thing we said when I showed you the video, and I forcefully showed you the video, like, see this video.
I know.
Okay. The first thing I showed you, the first thing you said, and it was something I thought the first time I saw the video, and that was,
I'm supposed to remember what I said.
She said, "Isn't this what we're supposed to have in our homes?"
Yes. Something like that.
Yeah, and that's a very fair point. There's getting 1,000 gigs on your cell phone.
We're a family of 3 with, 3 computers, 2 phones, 2 TVs.
Yeah.
And so all those smart devices and stuff on one wireless router, we blow out our speeds a lot of times because of it, and we have pretty decent speeds.
Yeah, we're getting into streaming. There's still downloads. We don't have cable. We've gotten rid of the cable. We've cut the cord for many years now. We are used to. It will be odd to go back to cable. Yeah. This will go in there.
Actually, it's our daughter. I think we've had this conversation. Our daughter has no idea really what cable is.
Literally. Well, we can tell the story again. I'm pretty sure Era's not going back to her entire library to find this one story. So
probably
we was in a hotel, a very nice hotel, and our daughter's watching Storks.
Yep. And
she liked the movie.
When we turned the TV on, it was already in the middle of Storks and stuff. And so she started watching it, and then it ended. And
then there was a couple of things. She was like, okay, I want to watch the end. Can you turn it back on? Like, no, you can't turn it back on. Yeah. That's when it plays.
Yeah.
Cable. And then there was a couple times, like during the commercials, like, oh, how do you skip this?
Yeah.
Like, how do you skip this? And it's like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it'll be hard to go back because it just feel like it's a weaker product. Like, there are shows you're missing.
I know, but now I'm getting so annoyed with all the streaming services. Like, Oh, there's so many of them. Hulu and Netflix and Amazon Prime and Disney Plus is coming soon, and
and now I'm getting into Twitch, and I can actually say like I'm slowly getting into like the appeal of it, and maybe not from the usual aspect, and maybe just from the creator's standpoint of like making my own content, but it's awesome. I was playing with from one of our episodes. There's this guy who tells a story about this girl he had for digital relationships. Anyway. He's past that. He's a happy man. He knows what he's doing. So this case, it's a happy ending. He's good. So me and him were playing. He was playing Doki Doki Adventures. It's a very weird show or game, book read along thing.
And that horror one.
Yes,
I've seen
it is. And what we did is he was voicing over.
It is very odd.
He was voicing over one of the characters. And a couple other people who are online was both voicing over the characters. And meanwhile, we have a few people that are listening in as we're doing this. I cannot do a girl voice to save my life, so I didn't. So I was Buff Suki, and it's just us just having a great time, just like cracking up, laughing. People in the chat are like making jokes and stuff like that and whatever. And we're picking back. It's an interactive experience. Versus just kind of sitting there watching TV. And for me, I have a hard time just like there's a few shows I have to watch. Phil DeFranco's my number one. I think there's Jim Sterling. If he came out every day, he'd be my number two. But a lot of shows that I watch a lot. And what I find is that those experiences where it's more interactive, I'm engaged, I'm putting something out there along with them. That's a lot more, that's more fun. That's way more fun. Or actually having people who may like you and you'd like, okay, you guys join me on a call. Now you're actually talking to the person who you may like or admire or think is pretty cool or like hanging out. So it feels a little bit closer, of hanging out. Jason Momoa, sorry, you're never going to get him on stream, babe. Not sure it's going to happen.
Sorry.
But you can get Xavier TV on stream live anytime you like. Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
It sounds like it's equivalent, right? It sounds like it's at the same level. Okay, going back off because we went way off from the Note 10 fiasco. And I've been kind of just, this going back on you on all these. Now, the Note 10, let me look up the price for the Note 10, but I know it's
a lot.
That'll be that's taking it lightly.
Most of them are in like the 1,000 range, right?
Yeah. And they all charge that premium. That I don't know. Do you think it's worth the price that they're quoting for it?
Probably have to click the buy now. Not that we want to.
There we go. About $1,100. Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think this is overpriced? Do you think this is just right for a phone in 2019?
I feel like I hate companies because they keep putting out new phones every year and they're just doing it to get more money because they know it works without making many changes to it. And it drives me nuts.
Well, here's a theory. I've been wondering.
Kind of like cars. They do that too.
Yeah. Well, here's my theory. I have a theory on this. Now, for us to upgrade to this wouldn't make sense. We have the Note 9, Note 10. It's not that much of a jump in technology or anything like that. I won't really use anything new with it. I think there was also something I didn't throw in there was about the camera and how they got a full. I don't care about that.
It seems like they're really trying to reach out towards like the influencers and things like that, which they're gonna get them. So and then people will buy them.
Yeah, I think what they're looking for is this is the phone, not people who are holding the Note 9, but these are phones that are mainly geared towards people who are holding the Note 7.
Right.
Well, 7 mainly.
Look how long it took me to jump. Like I went from a Note 4 to a Note 9.
Yeah.
I held on to that phone for as long as possible until it broke.
Yeah, but if you had the Note 8, it would have been very weird to jump.
Otherwise, I'd probably still have my Note 4.
But if you had a Note 8, it would have been very weird to go to a Note 9. If you had a Note 6, that would make sense to go to a Note 9. I'm thinking that what they're doing is because of how the contracts work. Now, you have your phone.
Well, some companies too, like where was Sprint, and they have that whole like lease thing or whatever. So pretty much it's kind of like you get an incentive. They almost
To
like
upgrade.
make you upgrade.
Exactly. Like, okay, well, it looks like you're ready for an upgrade.
Yeah.
This will be an uptick in your bill or whatever, but don't worry. You're just going to see it on the monthly payments to guarantee you stay with us here at Sprint.
Yeah, I like the ones that I can eventually pay off and then hold on to it for as long as possible until I have to absolutely get a new one.
But that's why I think that they're aiming for the people who are holding a Galaxy Note 7. Because if you're looking at a will buyer or want to buyer, if you're holding a Note 7 and you just saw this commercial, you may be thinking, oh man, that headphone jack. Like, I don't know about that. That would be the one sore spot. But if you're holding a Note 7, you probably saved up enough money by now to maybe have one wireless headphone to maybe, or if like me, 3 headphones out there.
I mean, really, until they start making wireless headphones more affordable, the phones getting rid of their headphone jack seems to be a stupid move.
I don't think they're unaffordable. I think they really are affordable now.
I don't know. I mean, most of the ones that are like really affordable. Like there's $10 headphones out there and they all have headphone jacks.
Well, okay, yes, but
I don't mean like, hey, $50. I mean,
well, you're talking about $50 for really good ones. Well, here's a side discussion. Okay. Now we went to Walmart. Where I want to get some wireless headphones that can wrap around my ear. Went to Walmart, grabbed some really quick so I can go running for a while. They were like maybe $10, maybe like $10-15 at the most. I think
they were wireless.
Yes, the white ones. They're wrapped around my head. They're like little earbuds.
They were not $10.
They were cheap.
They were like $20.
$20?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
well, they were 20 or 25. They were definitely not $10.
They're not $100 though.
No,
they're not $50. And if you go to places like Burlington or Ross or some of the shelves, the places, whatever. I know like those.
Or
black
if you
ones.
have an as seen on TV store, which we recently found one of those.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
know that was even the thing.
Yeah. Oh my.
Like
goodness.
a whole store. Like I knew you could go to Walmart and they had like an aisle, and
you were like 17 years late on that one. But
but it's a whole store.
Yes, I know. It's not the first one I've been in either.
Wow, it's the first one I've been in, I think.
Yeah, but I remember actually when they first came out, that was when at the as seen on TV. I remember when they were brand new. Okay, let me stop to sound old.
I mean, I know the commercials have been around a long time, but not an actual like walk-in store where you could see all the stuff that's at the as seen on TV, which is a bunch of crap you don't eat.
Yeah, and the sad thing is like when you saw it. Okay, I remember seeing its heyday when it was like, oh my god, this is nice. That was it run down. That's it failing and not gonna last too much longer. That's the current state of that shop we were in. That was it. That was on the that's the downward spiral.
It's because all that as seen on TV stuff now you can like buy everywhere else.
You'll see it 12 times over before you see it on TV.
Yeah.
I mean, like, oh my, I don't even want to name products out there. Cable, yeah. Okay, but going back on the topic of the headphones thing.
Okay.
I think what you're probably noticing a lot more is that there are nicer quality headphones out there. Back in like the days of the 90s, you just had headphone category in Radio Shack that doesn't exist anymore. And so you used to go there and there's something you slap on your ear and that's a headphone. Now we have big drivers. You have all these quality headphones. So now when you see headphones, they're much bigger than they used to be. But that's because I think they're making, they're competing more. They're
getting bigger and better and more expensive.
And yes, more expensive. I mean, literally, I think there's a $10,000 headphone you can buy.
Oh.
Sennheisers. Open back.
No, I'm good.
They sound so
Although
good.
there
You gotta
are
have
these
a
ones
personal
that are
back.
like $500 that I want, but not enough to get $500.
Yeah, but I guess my argument is they didn't exist back then. And some of these aren't even wireless.
I can think about so many other things I could use $500 for.
Anywho, I would pay off this. I would do
that. Exactly.
In case you guys are thinking at home, like, oh, she would buy like so much makeup or jewelry. No, she wants to pay off.
Somebody recently.
We're not even doing bad on bills. We're in a net positive.
Yeah, we are.
So we're not even. It's not like we're doing bad on money. We're pretty good.
Well, because I pay off our debt. But yeah, there's someone who recently got a new computer. I would put $500 towards that thing, paying it off.
Hey, I am now editing this video. I mean, this not a video.
Not right now.
I am now editing. I'll be working on this on my new system, and it'll be progressively faster. I am loving the benefits of actually being able to like make my content. So who knows? This is where the bigger and better things will come from. Also, we have a Patreon, guys. This is the hashtag. Letting you know, guys, know that. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta set up the one with Podbean.
Yeah, no rush on that because I want to get some, that's later. That's something else. Let's flip roles. You tell me, because I also am in agreement. I wouldn't upgrade to this phone either. And I've already scattered a bit of evidence of what my thinking is. So I think this should go pretty quickly.
Okay.
All right.
Why would you not get it?
You're not supposed to ask that way. You're supposed to give me details. Come on now.
We've been going over the details.
Okay.
What features are it that what features don't you like on this phone?
The only one I don't like is the headphone jack, honestly.
Of course you don't.
I mean,
but you're the one with the Bluetooth stuff.
Correct, but I still use my headphone jack. When I need to low key, now when I'm at my job, every now and then I want to listen to some music. It's not against the rules to listen to music, but when I am listening to music, I would like to keep one. I like to just kind of be incognito. I plug in my little headphone jack, pop it in my ear, I'm good. At the same time, as I pop it in, I don't have to worry about when you're switching over to Bluetooth, because maybe I play something and then all of a sudden, bang! No, headphone jack takes care of that. You just plug it in, no sound's going to come out of it.
Yeah, and it would go blah because he listens to his music really loud.
Yes, and I do not apologize.
Except to my ears.
I don't even apologize to your ears. You need to get better at loud music.
No. My ears like quiet, peace, tranquility.
Anyway, so the worst part of it for me is the headphone jack. Now,
but is that enough to make you not buy it?
No, that's enough because I already have most of everything else they have for this phone. So they got, faster processing, faster RAM. You can play more games. I'm not using my phone for that. You use your phone probably more for that reason than I do. I mostly engage with people's content. That's Discord. That's probably one of the things on there. I'm on there on Pinterest because I like people's look at artwork and photos and creating new 3D characters
looking at
design.
House things that we can't get.
Well, because you don't like looking at really expensive $2 million houses. I do.
It boggles my mind why I wouldn't like that.
I don't get it. I mean, I like my idea. I mean, it's only $2 million.
Yeah, if I had the kind of money to buy a house like that, then I'd be looking all over it.
Anywho. So,
I think I need this 8th bedroom.
I mean, I could have another studio. I just knocked out a bunch of walls, have a really long studio that's halfway the house. That would just be awesome. Oh, the echo. Okay. But, this one doesn't seem to be anything that I need. When I left the Apple, there was several things that one was missing. Yes, they now have wireless key charging. I don't really need that, but I wanted a phone that could at least do that. The camera on it, this one was way superior than the iPhone at its time. And actually, this one is still superior than the iPhone, I think. Or close enough where they're still fighting with each other. And, of course, the screen resolution and a pen. I still use that pen because I am on the artist side of maybe drawing or writing down something or making notes of my own tasks or projects that I have multiple projects where I'm trying to actively control myself from adding on.
I just type it.
See, that's something else. I think what I don't get with this Note 9 or what it won't be appealing for people who are holding, Note 10. I don't see it'll be very appealing for people to move to the Note 10 is because it's practically the same phone missing a headphone jack. There's nothing.
And a power button.
I will admit the little video features on there, that was pretty nice. I also take really good videos with my phone too already. The Note 9 does a really good job on some of those videos. Look nice, clean, and crisp. That bokeh thing they were showing with the background being blurred, you could possibly get that with just a simple upgrade on there. We have
probably an app for it.
Yeah, even if you don't, I still have 3 camera lenses or some kind of weird sensor on the back of here. So
that's the fingerprint thing.
Exactly, and at the end of the day, if I had to say this, no one really needs this much phone that I currently have. We actually have over the amount of phone that's necessary.
Yeah, and I think the next time that we get a phone upgrade, we're probably going to get a phone more downgrade, I guess.
What do you mean we?
Okay, I am. I want my phone to be a phone again. Like, I am tired of having this mini... Well, I still want a smartphone, but I don't know. I just feel like my phone's so huge. It doesn't fit anywhere.
Yeah, and now I throw my recommendation. So the Galaxy, I think there's the Galaxy, regular Galaxy.
Whatever.
Yeah,
I used to have them.
Mhm.
I think I had a couple of different of their versions, but like way low numbers.
Okay, so let's talk about what could they add into this phone that maybe, I mean, we may be talking about years down the line if this even happens. What could they add into the next Note to make it like, ooh, that looks nice?
I don't know really what more they can do to add to a phone, you know, because like it's like eventually you get to a point where like, why don't I just buy a tablet? You know?
Yeah.
Like...
I do have one that they could do. They could do.
Okay, what?
Okay, so next phone will have the ability. I'm not sure if it'll be recommended, but you'll have the ability to add a terabyte of storage space on it. You know, kind of like a laptop, a decent laptop for stuff like that. You can do video editing.
Well, they did say they had like a terabyte of storage already in it, right? The S10 or the Note 10?
I think it's expandable too.
Oh,
so
okay,
that means you get something else and you
Well,
expand
I mean,
it.
that is one of the things that I love about Android versus iPhone. I
the storage limit, yeah.
I mean, I would not be able to survive if I could not put a freaking SD card in my phone. Like, I love having an SD card in my phone. I can't imagine not have, if they ever freaking get rid of the SD card on the phone, like, forget it. I'm not getting that phone ever.
We were just protecting this precious phone for as long as we
Right?
can.
Yeah. Like, I will go back to Timbuktu and I will get the damn phone from the 1990s. I don't care. I want a damn SD card.
You know, if something
I
funny.
don't even know if the one in the 90s had an SD card.
I just want to throw this little detail. When I went to Apple, I went to a phone that did not, because that was the first time they went and they like got rid of the headphone jack, and it was like I felt like it was a marketing test. So do they really need it? I see. And of course, people still buy Apple, and I think some people buy it not because
it's Apple.
I think there's also another group of people that buy Apple not just because it's Apple, because like me, I was with the business. They use Apple.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of status quoers out there that, you know, they're just trying to match the, you know, their own crowd. If they can afford a second phone, they'll probably have an Android too that they would have where they live life, where they can go on Facebook and Twitter and not feel like there's going to be someone watching over their shoulder or their data and stuff like that. But so me going back to a phone where there's Note 10 and has no headphone jack. And part of my rant was this: Note was not known to be a small, tiny phone.
No.
It was never going for that market. And their design of, we want to keep more stuff in, make it bigger. I don't care if I want you. I mean, yes, Note 10 is supposed to be like the best, the creme de la creme, the everything phone. Why the heck would you not put a headphone jack because you want to keep, or a power button because you want to make it smaller? Like, yeah, it has. I don't care if it takes another extra inch of phone to make it happen. It's the Note.
Well, it's like,
we'll take it.
So just to rant really quickly about a certain update I got recently on my phone. I don't know if it's been doing this with you, but my Note 9 now won't let me unlock it by pressing the home button. It's very annoying.
Yeah. These backwards updates and upgrades.
Sometimes when it's like, oh, we have an update for your phone, I'm like, no, I don't want it.
But, you know, if I had to call out a company, hey, LG, remember that big commercial you did way back when you were trying to compete with everybody by having the best camera thing? This is the time to one up everybody. You know, if
the best headphone jack ever.
I'm just saying, maybe not this year, maybe not next year, but you guys need to be like on development, because I'm looking at you guys as the next competition for Apple. I think LG can bring the game.
Okay.
I don't know how, but I think they can. They've done pretty well. They're just under the radar.
I have a question.
All right, I got an answer.
Ready? What is your favorite phone that you have had that you've owned or whatever used, and why?
This is going to be an odd one and very odd answer, but there's a reason for this answer. So that would have been the Windows Phone. and also goes on my hated list too. But the Windows Phone is very similar to the Apple phone. I think they did a better job at the time. There was the Arrive. It worked. Everything you needed to do for what came built in with the phone, no apps, worked. There was also that music app there where you can listen to things. They'll find the music for you. That was already stored in. They had their own version of that, and that worked. Searching, Bing, which of course, not exactly superior to Google. That was everything that came with the phone worked, and it was snappy. It worked really quick. Had a full keyboard on it. One of my favorite phones, top notch, definitely. And that one is probably gonna be like, why Windows Phone? But it was great. It really was. It had a crappy camera.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you like what. I don't know whether mine was an Android or a Windows. You might actually remember.
Yep.
Remember mine, but my favorite one was this Jolly Rancher green phone that I had.
Oh my god!
And it had the slide out keyboard in the back of it. That was the reason I love that phone. Is because I loved being able to flip it over and slide it out and have this little keyboard that I could just
I think that was an LG. I think that was an LG phone. It was like a very, very bright green.
Yes.
Like, you know how that green Kia car commercial was with the chipmunks?
Way brighter than that.
Yes, way
like
brighter.
Spotify logo green.
Yes. This wasn't a smartphone. So most of this phone, since it wasn't all screen, was just green. Just pure on green. It had the number pad, and you pushed it up, and then there's another keyboard there.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. But that phone was actually, as far as phones went, because I was working on phone repair back then, was really good. I didn't see that one come in for repairs. Very popular at the same time.
I never had any issues with it. There was a time where I slid it up so often, and I started worrying that I was going to like break my phone.
The one thing I think it's kind of funny because there's another phone out there that I would like to say that I love, and that was the Razrs. It had a Razr phone. You flipped it. It was really cool looking. Everybody liked it. But something happened with the buttons, and I still need to put the phone to my face in order to talk. But the button metal was ripped off, so it would cut my face when I need to talk on the phone. So yeah, this is not exactly the best, but I do miss how varying the designs were back then. I'm hoping that we get some of that back if they start working on these flexible displays. I know Samsung came out with one, it didn't do too well, so they pulled it back. But I'm hoping that they keep trying and testing things because I do see that. I think we can get. I would love to get like another flip phone or some other design phone, something else that looks better than a very fancy rectangle. Mm-hmm. Well, I think we've covered as much as we could on this. And I can tell you one thing. I have enjoyed coming back. And you know what? I think we're going to do this again next week. Are you down for next week?
If I'm here.
If you're here, okay. Maybe she'll be here for next week.
No, of course I'm here. We'll do this next week too. Which next week is going to be September.
I know. The time keeps going. But until next time, thank you so much for listening. And as always, take it easy.
See ya.